Have you ever wondered why some people seem to accomplish everything? What's their secret? The answer is often simple: self-discipline. But here's the twist. Self-discipline isn't a talent, it's a skill. And the good news? You can learn it too. Think about your dreams. Are they slipping through your fingers? Could it be that the one thing holding you back is you? Self-discipline doesn't just build success, it creates unshakable confidence. Without it, even the best intentions will fail to get results. It's easy to think self-discipline is about restriction, but it's not. It's about freedom, the freedom to achieve what others can't. But how do we begin? First, let's understand what self-discipline really is. Self-discipline is the ability to push yourself to take action, no matter the mood. It's doing what you need to do even when you don't feel like it. It's about making sacrifices today for greater rewards tomorrow. But that's not all. Self-discipline is the foundation for any lasting success. Without it, all your dreams remain nothing more than fleeting thoughts. So, why do most people struggle with self-discipline? It's because we're wired to seek pleasure and avoid discomfort. The moment something feels hard or uncomfortable, we give up. But here's the thing. Growth happens only outside your comfort zone. The key is learning how to turn discomfort into motivation. Self-discipline is learning how to focus your energy on what matters most. It's about making choices that align with your long-term goals, not temporary emotions. Want to know the best part? It's not as difficult as you think. In fact, small changes can create massive improvements in your self-discipline. We all have the potential to build lasting habits. It's about consistency, not perfection. The most successful people are not the most talented. They are the most disciplined. You don't need a magic formula, just a commitment to progress. The truth is, you already have the power to build self-discipline. It starts with making one decision: to stop waiting and start doing. That might sound simple, but it's the hardest part of the journey. Once you get past that first step, everything else becomes easier. Are you ready to discover how to unlock your potential with self-discipline? By the end of this series, you'll have the tools to transform your life. You'll learn how to set goals, avoid distractions, and stay consistent. Self-discipline isn't just about saying no to things. It's about saying yes to success. It's about being able to walk away from distractions and stay focused. The path to success is never easy, but with self-discipline, it's always worth it. And here's the truth. The hardest part is just getting started. Self-discipline will make you stronger, more resilient, and unstoppable. You have the power to build habits that will change your life. All it takes is a willingness to embrace discomfort and commit to your future. Are you ready to unlock your full potential? Let's dive into the journey of building self-discipline and transforming your life. Now that we've introduced self-discipline, let's break down why it's so crucial. Without self-discipline, even the best intentions will fall short. Think about it. You can have all the talent in the world, but without the ability to follow through, your potential is wasted. Self-discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. It's the force that drives you to take action when your motivation fades. Every successful person has mastered self-discipline in their own way. It allows them to push through challenges that stop others in their tracks. Without it, it's easy to get distracted and never see projects to completion. Self-discipline is the reason why athletes, entrepreneurs, and creatives reach their peak. It's not about being perfect, but about staying consistent despite setbacks. The truth is, most people fail to reach their potential because they lack it. How many times have you started something only to lose steam halfway through? Self-discipline ensures that even when the excitement fades, you keep going. It's the difference between someone who makes excuses and someone who takes action. The power of self-discipline lies in its ability to transform small habits into massive success. Every day you build discipline, you're getting closer to your goals. The key is to start with small, manageable changes that you can sustain. Don't try to overhaul your life overnight. It's about gradual improvement. With self-discipline, you develop the mindset to persevere through tough times. Success doesn't come from talent alone. It comes from staying committed. Think about the big goals you have in mind. Without self-discipline, they remain dreams. The first step to achieving greatness is to develop unwavering focus. Self-discipline isn't about restricting yourself. It's about giving yourself structure. It's about setting boundaries that help you stay on course. Many people think success is about waiting for the right time. It's not. The right time is always now. Procrastination is just fear disguised as laziness. Self-discipline helps you push through that fear and take action. It enables you to face challenges head-on and overcome obstacles with resilience. When you commit to building self-discipline, you unlock a life of endless possibilities. The beauty of self-discipline is that it is entirely within your control. Anyone at any age can develop this skill with determination and practice. Every day you choose self-discipline, you're getting one step closer to your goals. It's a daily commitment, small actions that add up to big results over time. But the question is, are you willing to make those small sacrifices? Self-discipline requires you to make tough decisions every single day. It means saying no to the easy way and yes to the right way. You'll face temptations and distractions, but self-discipline allows you to stay grounded. It's about staying focused even when the world around you is chaotic. Without self-discipline, you risk becoming a slave to your impulses and emotions. The most disciplined people don't act based on feelings. They act based on goals. Imagine a life where you never give up on your dreams. That's what self-discipline brings. Lasting achievements and the ability to thrive. You don't have to be perfect to be disciplined. You just need to keep trying, no matter how many times you fail. Now that we understand the importance of self-discipline, let's talk about obstacles. Building self-discipline isn't always easy. It comes with challenges. One of the biggest obstacles is procrastination. It's the killer of all goals. Procrastination feels comforting in the moment, but it destroys long-term success. The key to overcoming procrastination is to break tasks into small, manageable chunks. Don't wait for the perfect time to start. The perfect time is always now. Another challenge people face is staying motivated. Motivation doesn't last forever. That's where self-discipline comes in. It doesn't rely on motivation. Self-discipline keeps you going when motivation fades, which it inevitably will. You'll also face moments of doubt. Am I really capable of this? Self-discipline is what allows you to push past doubt and keep moving forward. Remember, doubt is a normal part of growth. It doesn't define you. When you feel doubt, that's often a sign you're pushing your limits. Another major roadblock is distractions. They're everywhere, from social media to daily tasks. The key is to limit distractions by setting clear boundaries and sticking to them. Create an environment that supports your goals. Less noise, more focus. Self-discipline is all about staying on track, even when distractions try to pull you away. This is where consistency becomes essential. Consistency is the backbone of self-discipline. It's not about working hard for a week and then taking a month off. It's about showing up every single day, no matter how small the step. The more consistent you are, the more your discipline becomes second nature. With consistency, you start to see progress, and that fuels your motivation. Think of your goals like a snowball rolling down a hill. At first, it's small, but the more you work, the bigger it gets. Each small action you take adds to the momentum, building bigger results over time. But consistency doesn't mean doing the same thing every day. It means continuous improvement. The real key is to get better every day, not perfect. That's how you build self-discipline, by constantly moving forward, no matter the pace. You will encounter setbacks along the way, but don't let them define you. Everyone stumbles, but it's how you get back up that counts. If you miss a workout or skip a task, Don't beat yourself up. Acknowledge it, learn from it, and keep moving forward. Building discipline is about getting back on track quickly, not dwelling on mistakes. The more you practice self-discipline, the easier it becomes to bounce back. Each time you overcome an obstacle, you build your mental toughness. Over time, self-discipline will feel less like a struggle and more like a habit. That's the power of consistency. It turns actions into automatic behaviors. Once you build consistency, the results speak for themselves. You'll start seeing progress in ways you never thought possible, and soon, self-discipline will become a core part of who you are. The truth is, the most successful people aren't the smartest or the most gifted. They're the ones who have built self-discipline and consistency into their daily lives. If they can do it, so can you. The road to success isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. And with self-discipline, you'll keep moving forward, no matter how long the journey. Now that I've talked about self-discipline, it's time to unlock my full potential. But remember, unlocking my potential isn't a one-time event. It's a process. The first step is to commit to the journey. Am I ready? It's not about being perfect. It's about making progress every single day. The most successful people don't rely on talent alone. They rely on discipline. Self-discipline helps me push past obstacles and focus on what truly matters. But here's the hard truth. I won't unlock my potential overnight. It takes patience, hard work, and most importantly, the ability to stick with it. Every action I take, no matter how small, moves me closer to my goals. I'll encounter moments of doubt and frustration. But that's where growth happens. Every setback is an opportunity to build resilience and inner strength. The key is to never give up, no matter how tough it gets. Each time I succeed, even in small ways, my confidence grows. And that confidence propels me to take even bigger actions. It's all about momentum. Each disciplined decision adds to my progress. And as I stay disciplined, I start to see results that were once impossible. The path to unlocking my full potential is filled with challenges. But the greatest reward is the person I become along the way. Imagine waking up every day knowing I'm capable of achieving anything. Self-discipline makes that a reality. It turns my dreams into plans. I stop wishing for success and start working for it, consistently. The most disciplined people are often the ones who fail the most, but they keep going because they understand that failure is just part of the process. Failure doesn't mean I'm not capable. It means I'm growing. Every successful person has faced failure, but they didn't let it stop them. Instead, they used it as fuel to keep pushing forward. Self-discipline allows me to turn every failure into a lesson, and each lesson brings me closer to the life I desire. With self-discipline, I begin to see myself as a powerful creator of my destiny. I realize that I am in control of my success. No one else is responsible for my achievements. Only I am. And the best part? I can start right now. I don't need to wait for the perfect moment because it will never come. The perfect moment is when I decide to take action. With each decision I make, I either move closer to or further from my goals. So the question is, which direction do I want to go? Do I want to stay where I am, or do I want to unlock my potential? If I want to succeed, I must develop self-discipline and stick to it. Remember, it's not about how fast I go, but how consistently I move forward. When I embrace self-discipline, I unlock a new level of freedom. Freedom to pursue my passions, to create and to live life on my own terms. It's about creating the life I've always dreamed of, step by step. And the best part? I'm already on my way. Self-discipline isn't a destination. It's a journey, and I have the power to make that journey my own. To build self-discipline, the first step is knowing exactly what you want. Without clear goals, it's like driving without a destination. A goal gives you direction, purpose, and something to strive for. It's important to set specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals. Vague goals lead to vague results, so be clear about what you want. Ask yourself, what do I want to achieve in the next 6 months? Or, what are the habits I need to build in the next year? Having specific goals helps you focus your energy in the right direction. Once you have clear goals, break them down into smaller, actionable steps. This makes them less overwhelming and easier to tackle day by day. Small wins lead to big victories, and each step builds momentum. When you focus on one step at a time, you'll avoid feeling stuck. Your goals should challenge you, but they also need to be achievable. Stretch yourself, but don't set yourself up for failure. Realize that discipline doesn't come from setting easy goals, but goals that push you. And don't forget to track your progress. Seeing improvement keeps you motivated. Reassess your goals regularly and make adjustments if needed. Flexibility in your approach is important, but never lose sight of the end goal. Consistently working towards your goals, no matter how small the action, is key. When you stay committed to your goals, self-discipline naturally develops. Each success you experience fuels your drive to continue pushing forward. The more you accomplish, the more confident you become in your ability to succeed. Keep challenging yourself, and remember, every great achievement started with a single step. Having clear goals is the first step to unlocking your true potential. Your goals act as the map, and your discipline is the vehicle that gets you there. Start today by setting one clear goal. It could be something small, like reading one book a month or waking up early. The beauty of setting goals is that they give your life direction and clarity. Make your goals personal, something that excites and drives you. Without personal connection to your goals, self-discipline can feel like a chore. When you're passionate about your goals, discipline feels much more natural. Self-discipline will build when you feel personally invested in your success. So ask yourself, what am I willing to commit to, no matter the challenges? The clearer your goal, the easier it will be to stay disciplined. When distractions arise, you'll be able to push through with a focused mindset. Self-discipline isn't just about restricting yourself, it's about taking deliberate action. By building small, consistent habits that move you toward your goals, you create lasting change. Each time you make a decision that aligns with your goals, you build discipline, and in time, those small decisions will lead to massive success. Keep reminding yourself of why you set those goals in the first place. When your goals are deeply meaningful to you, it becomes easier to stay disciplined. Let your goals drive your daily actions and stay focused on what's important. Remember, you're not just working toward a goal, you're building a future. Start setting goals today and let them guide you to the life you want. Your full potential is waiting for you. Begin with a goal and the discipline will follow. Now that you have clear goals, it's time to create a routine. A routine is the backbone of self-discipline. It's the structure that supports your goals. Successful people don't just rely on willpower, they rely on well-formed habits. The key to building self-discipline is consistency, and routines make consistency easier. Start by creating a daily routine that aligns with your goals. A well-structured morning routine sets the tone for your entire day. Make sure your morning routine includes activities that promote focus and productivity. Whether it's exercising, reading, or planning your day, it's all about consistency. Having a morning routine allows you to take control of your day from the start. But routines aren't just about mornings. They should extend to your evening too. An evening routine helps you wind down and prepares you for the next day. Make sure your evening routine includes things that promote relaxation and reflection. Good routines help eliminate decision fatigue, making it easier to stay disciplined. When you have set routines, your brain doesn't have to waste energy on decisions. Over time, these routines become automatic, and self-discipline becomes second nature. Start small. Pick one habit to focus on and build from there. If you try to change too much at once, you'll overwhelm yourself. Once your new habit feels automatic, add another one into your routine. The more you practice your habits, the stronger they become. Habits are the building blocks of self-discipline. Without them, it's hard to stay consistent. Start with habits that support your physical health, like drinking enough water or exercising. Once you've built physical habits, focus on mental habits, like setting goals or meditating. Create a daily checklist to hold yourself accountable to your routine. Track your progress and celebrate small victories to stay motivated. Accountability is key. Whether it's a journal, a friend, or a coach, find a way to stay accountable. And remember, habits take time to build, so be patient with yourself. On average, it takes about 21 days to form a new habit, but the key is consistency. If you miss a day, don't give up. Get back on track the next day. You'll encounter setbacks, but they're part of the process, not the end. Stay focused on your routines and keep building on your progress. The more habits you build, the easier it is to stay disciplined. Remember, self-discipline isn't about restriction. It's about creating positive habits. These habits are the foundation that allows you to work toward your goals with ease. Don't underestimate the power of small, consistent actions. Small habits, when repeated every day, lead to massive long-term results. Focus on building habits that align with your values and aspirations. As your habits become more ingrained, you'll notice how much easier it becomes to stay disciplined. And when your routine is in place, distractions won't derail you as easily. Self-discipline isn't about fighting temptation every minute. It's about making the right actions automatic. Once you've set a routine and habits, self-discipline will feel like second nature. Don't just rely on motivation. Build habits that help you stay disciplined. When you start your day with a clear routine, you're setting yourself up for success. A daily routine and good habits are the secret to unlocking your full potential. It's not about working harder, but about working smarter with the right habits in place. Start creating your routine today and watch how quickly self-discipline becomes a part of your life. Now that I have my goals and routines in place, let's tackle distractions. Distractions are everywhere, from social media to noise in my environment. The key to self-discipline is learning how to manage distractions, not eliminate them. It's impossible to eliminate all distractions, but I can control how I respond to them. One of the most effective ways to manage distractions is through focus. Focus is a muscle that gets stronger the more I exercise it. I start by setting specific time blocks for deep work, where I eliminate distractions completely. I turn off notifications, silence my phone, and close unnecessary tabs. A distraction-free environment allows me to dive into tasks with full attention. But focus isn't just about eliminating distractions. It's also about prioritizing tasks. I use techniques like the Eisenhower matrix to determine what tasks need my attention most. I separate urgent tasks from important ones and work on the important tasks first. I focus on one task at a time. Multitasking can often reduce my productivity. When I focus on one thing, I give it the attention it deserves. Another powerful way to stay focused is through the Pomodoro technique. I set a timer for 25 minutes of focused work, then take a short break. This helps me avoid burnout and maintain my focus for longer periods. Regular breaks are essential for maintaining focus, but I won't let them become distractions. If I find myself consistently distracted, I ask why. Am I avoiding the task because it's too challenging, or am I simply not interested in it? Identifying the source of my distractions is the first step to overcoming them. When distractions stem from boredom or fear, I break the task into smaller, more manageable steps. If the task itself is unappealing, I find a way to make it more engaging. I change my environment or set a reward for completing the task. Self-discipline means facing the hard tasks head-on, not procrastinating until later. It's about managing my time and energy so that I can focus on what matters. The more I practice focus, the easier it becomes to tune out distractions. Another strategy is setting clear boundaries. I'll let people know when I'm in focus mode. I say no to interruptions and let others respect my need for focus time. I prioritize my own goals over the demands and distractions of others. Self-discipline means protecting my time and using it wisely. I use tools like website blockers to prevent unnecessary distractions during work time. When I notice myself slipping into distractions, I gently redirect my focus back to the task. Focus is like a muscle that can be trained. It gets stronger the more I practice. The more I practice self-discipline in staying focused, the less effort it will take. I avoid the trap of just checking my phone or social media. It's a productivity killer. When I make the decision to stay focused, I'm investing in my future. I stay committed to my goals by keeping my focus sharp and my distractions minimal. I practice deep work for longer stretches of time to increase my productivity. The more I stay focused, the more I'll accomplish in less time. Staying focused isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. Every time I manage to avoid distractions, I build stronger self-discipline. Focus isn't just about avoiding distractions, it's about making progress. Each focused task brings me one step closer to unlocking my full potential. As I continue building self-discipline, I'll inevitably face setbacks. Setbacks aren't failures. They're opportunities for growth and learning. Everyone, no matter how disciplined, faces challenges along the way. The difference is how I respond to those challenges. Resilience is the ability to bounce back after facing difficulties. When I face a setback, I acknowledge it, learn from it, and move forward. I must never let one mistake define my entire journey. Self-discipline isn't about being perfect, it's about how I rise after falling. Life is full of ups and downs, but my response to them matters most. Every time I encounter a setback, I ask myself, what can I learn from this? Resilience is the key to maintaining momentum despite challenges. When I get knocked down, I get back up and keep moving forward. Setbacks are part of the process, not the end of the road. Often, the most successful people have faced the toughest challenges. They didn't give up. They used those setbacks as fuel to push harder. It's easy to quit when things get tough, but that's where most people fail. If I stay resilient, I'll reach my goals, no matter how many setbacks I face. Success isn't about avoiding failure, it's about using failure as a stepping stone. When I face obstacles, I remember, every challenge is a chance to grow. The more resilient I become, the easier it will be to overcome future obstacles. I stay focused on my long-term vision. Even when short-term challenges arise, I won't be discouraged by temporary setbacks. They're just detours to my destination. Resilience is about staying committed to my goals, no matter what comes my way. When I build self-discipline, I build the strength to persevere through difficult times. I embrace failure as part of the journey. Without it, there's no growth. My setbacks don't define me. How I respond to them does. I remember, the most successful people are those who learned to rise every time they fell. I practice resilience by maintaining a positive mindset, even in the face of adversity. When I encounter obstacles, I break them down into smaller, more manageable challenges. I take each setback one step at a time and keep moving forward. I stay focused on my end goal and let the setback be a lesson, not a defeat. The more resilient I am, the stronger my self-discipline will become. When I face obstacles, I remind myself that they are temporary, but growth is permanent. With every challenge I overcome, I get one step closer to unlocking my potential. Self-discipline isn't just about pushing through. It's about learning from setbacks. I stay patient with myself and trust the process, even when things seem difficult. Resilience builds mental toughness, and mental toughness fuels self-discipline. No matter how many setbacks I face, I always remember, persistence pays off. In the end, the only way to fail is to give up entirely. The more setbacks I face, the more resilient and disciplined I become. I keep my eyes on my long-term vision, and I won't let setbacks derail my progress. Self-discipline is the ability to keep going, even when it feels like I can't. Each time I push through adversity, I prove to myself how strong I truly am. Resilience isn't a trait I'm born with. It's something I build every day. I stay resilient, stay disciplined, and nothing will be able to stop me from achieving my dreams. One of the biggest challenges to self-discipline is poor time management. If you don't manage your time effectively, even the best intentions will fall apart. Time is our most valuable resource, and how we use it determines our success. Self-discipline and time management go hand in hand. They're the dynamic duo of success. The key to mastering time management is understanding that time isn't infinite. You can't get time back, so make every minute count. Start by planning your day the night before. This sets you up for success. Create a list of tasks you want to accomplish and prioritize them. Not all tasks are equal. Some are more important than others. Use tools like the Eisenhower matrix to categorize tasks into urgency and importance. Focus on the important tasks that will move you closer to your goals. Block off specific times for each task. This prevents procrastination and enhances focus. Time blocking allows you to give full attention to one thing at a time. Multitasking is a productivity killer. Stay focused on one task until it's done. Use techniques like the Pomodoro technique to manage your time and stay productive. By working in focused intervals, you'll maintain high energy and concentration. Avoid time-wasting activities like aimlessly scrolling through social media. Protect your time. Don't let others steal it with unnecessary demands. Set clear boundaries with others about your work time and focus periods. Time management isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter. Make sure your tasks align with your goals. Don't waste time on activities that don't matter. Learning to say no is a crucial skill in mastering time management. Saying no to distractions allows you to say yes to your goals. Time management is about being intentional with how you use your hours. The more disciplined you are with your time, the more productive you'll become. Keep track of how you spend your time throughout the day to identify areas for improvement. Delegate tasks when possible to free up more time for your most important work. Learn to prioritize. Urgent tasks can feel pressing, but they aren't always important. Schedule breaks into your day to recharge and prevent burnout. Use your breaks wisely. Take a walk, stretch, or meditate to reset your focus. Avoid perfectionism. Sometimes good enough is better than spending excessive time on small details. Time management isn't about fitting more into your day, it's about focusing on what matters. If a task isn't moving you toward your goal, reconsider whether it's worth your time. Remember, the goal isn't to be busy, it's to be productive. By mastering time management, you free yourself up to accomplish more. The better you manage your time, the more you'll feel in control of your life. Consistently managing your time effectively builds momentum and helps maintain focus. It's not just about planning your day, it's about sticking to your plan. Self-discipline means resisting distractions and staying committed to your time management plan. When you effectively manage your time, you make space for the things that matter most. With better time management, you'll achieve more in less time. Time management is a skill, and, like self-discipline, it gets easier with practice. The more you practice effective time management, the less effort it takes. Stop letting poor time management hold you back. Take control of your time today. By mastering time management, you'll unlock your full potential and accomplish everything you set out to do. As I work on building self-discipline, having accountability is crucial. Accountability helps me stay on track, even when motivation wanes. It's easier to stay disciplined when someone else is holding me to my commitments. Having someone to answer to makes me more likely to follow through. Accountability partners offer support, feedback, and encouragement along my journey. Whether it's a friend, a mentor, or a coach, having someone by my side makes a difference. One of the best ways to build accountability is by sharing my goals with others. Telling someone about my goal makes it feel more real and increases my commitment. If I don't have an accountability partner, I consider joining a group or a community. Online communities or support groups can provide the encouragement I need to stay disciplined. When I know someone is checking in on my progress, I'm more likely to stay consistent. Accountability isn't just about someone checking in on me. It's about having a shared commitment. It creates a sense of responsibility that helps me stay focused and disciplined. I make sure my accountability partner is someone who pushes me to do my best, not someone who lets me slide. Regular check-ins with my accountability partner can keep me on track toward my goals. If I fall off course, my accountability partner can help me get back on track. Accountability also helps me celebrate my successes, keeping me motivated along the way. When I share my wins with someone, it reinforces my positive behavior. Regular accountability helps me recognize areas where I'm succeeding and where I need improvement. It's a great way to maintain momentum and keep self-discipline in focus. If I don't have someone else to hold me accountable, I hold myself accountable. I set a schedule to regularly review my goals and progress, either weekly or monthly. I reflect on what's working, what's not, and what changes I need to make. Journaling can also be a powerful tool for self-accountability. I write down my goals, track my actions, and reflect on my progress each day. When I write down my goals, I'm making a commitment to myself. I create a personal reward system, rewarding myself for milestones achieved along the way. I celebrate small victories to build positive reinforcement and motivation. Self-accountability is just as important as having external accountability. I set clear and measurable milestones for myself so I can track my progress. I break down my goals into smaller, more achievable tasks that I can check off. The more I hold myself accountable, the easier it becomes to stay disciplined. Accountability forces me to take responsibility for my actions, increasing my commitment. If I struggle with holding myself accountable, I consider using tools like reminders and apps. I use productivity tools to set deadlines and keep track of my to-do list. I reward myself for sticking to my plan. This reinforces positive habits. At the end of each day or week, I review my progress and reflect on my performance. I'm honest with myself about what I've accomplished and where I can improve. Accountability is not about guilt or shame. It's about learning and growing. When I'm accountable to myself, I feel a sense of pride and ownership over my progress. The more accountable I am, the more disciplined I become in the long run. Holding myself accountable builds self-respect and strengthens my determination. It's the key to turning my dreams into reality and unlocking my full potential. With accountability, self-discipline becomes a powerful tool that will propel me to success. I make accountability my ally, and I watch how my self-discipline transforms my life. As I work on building self-discipline, having accountability is crucial. Accountability helps me stay on track, even when motivation wanes. It's easier to stay disciplined when someone else is holding me to my commitments. Having someone to answer to makes me more likely to follow through. Accountability partners offer support, feedback, and encouragement along my journey. Whether it's a friend, a mentor, or a coach, having someone by my side makes a difference. One of the best ways to build accountability is by sharing my goals with others. Telling someone about my goal makes it feel more real and increases my commitment. If I don't have an accountability partner, I consider joining a group or a community. Online communities or support groups can provide the encouragement I need to stay disciplined. When I know someone is checking in on my progress, I'm more likely to stay consistent. Accountability isn't just about someone checking in on me. It's about having a shared commitment. It creates a sense of responsibility that helps me stay focused and disciplined. I make sure my accountability partner is someone who pushes me to do my best, not someone who lets me slide. Regular check-ins with my accountability partner can keep me on track toward my goals. If I fall off course, my accountability partner can help me get back on track. Accountability also helps me celebrate my successes, keeping me motivated along the way. When I share my wins with someone, it reinforces my positive behavior. Regular accountability helps me recognize areas where I'm succeeding and where I need improvement. It's a great way to maintain momentum and keep self-discipline in focus. If I don't have someone else to hold me accountable, I hold myself accountable. I set a schedule to regularly review my goals and progress, either weekly or monthly. I reflect on what's working, what's not, and what changes I need to make. Journaling can also be a powerful tool for self-accountability. I write down my goals, track my actions, and reflect on my progress each day. When I write down my goals, I'm making a commitment to myself. I create a personal reward system, rewarding myself for milestones achieved along the way. I celebrate small victories to build positive reinforcement and motivation. Self-accountability is just as important as having external accountability. I set clear and measurable milestones for myself so I can track my progress. I break down my goals into smaller, more achievable tasks that I can check off. The more I hold myself accountable, the easier it becomes to stay disciplined. Accountability forces me to take responsibility for my actions, increasing my commitment. If I struggle with holding myself accountable, I consider using tools like reminders and apps. I use productivity tools to set deadlines and keep track of my to-do list. I reward myself for sticking to my plan. This reinforces positive habits. At the end of each day or week, I review my progress and reflect on my performance. I'm honest with myself about what I've accomplished and where I can improve. Accountability is not about guilt or shame. It's about learning and growing. When I'm accountable to myself, I feel a sense of pride and ownership over my progress. The more accountable I am, the more disciplined I become in the long run. Holding myself accountable builds self-respect and strengthens my determination. It's the key to turning my dreams into reality and unlocking my full potential. With accountability, self-discipline becomes a powerful tool that will propel me to success. I make accountability my ally, and I watch how my self-discipline transforms my life. To truly unlock your potential, you need more than just self-discipline. You need a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed over time. This mindset allows you to embrace challenges and view failures as opportunities to learn. With a growth mindset, you stop seeing failure as the end and start seeing it as part of the journey. When you face obstacles, you believe that with effort, you can overcome them. The growth mindset is key to building resilience and enhancing your self-discipline. People with a growth mindset are more likely to stay disciplined because they embrace learning. They understand that discipline is a skill that improves with practice, not a trait you're born with. When you adopt a growth mindset, every setback becomes a chance to grow stronger. Self-discipline and a growth mindset work together to fuel your success. A growth mindset keeps you motivated even when things get tough. It helps you persist through difficulties and keep improving no matter how many times you fail. One of the core beliefs of a growth mindset is that effort leads to mastery. This belief encourages you to put in the work, knowing that your efforts will pay off in time. Embrace challenges with the mindset that they will help you grow and become better. Instead of giving up when faced with difficulties, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? A growth mindset encourages continuous learning, which is essential for building self-discipline. When you view challenges as opportunities to learn, you stop feeling defeated by them. Your self-discipline becomes stronger because you see each effort as part of your growth. Start by changing how you view failure. It's not a setback, it's a stepping stone. A growth mindset encourages you to take on challenges that will stretch your abilities. You no longer fear mistakes because you understand that they are essential for progress. The more you develop your mindset, the easier it becomes to stay disciplined in your actions. A growth mindset allows you to stay open to feedback and constructive criticism. You don't view feedback as a personal attack, but as an opportunity to improve. This openness helps you stay disciplined because you're always striving to be better. When you learn to embrace discomfort and uncertainty, your discipline becomes unshakable. Instead of avoiding difficult tasks, you lean into them with the belief that you can improve. With a growth mindset, you see challenges as something to be conquered, not feared. Every time you succeed, you reinforce your belief in your ability to grow. Self-discipline becomes easier because you understand that every action you take adds to your growth. The more disciplined you are, the more you learn, and the more your growth mindset expands. A growth mindset pushes you to keep going, even when progress feels slow. With time, you'll see that all your efforts were worth it, and that you've grown tremendously. Remember, success doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of consistent effort and the right mindset. When you combine a growth mindset with self-discipline, you unlock your potential in ways you never thought possible. Shift your thinking to focus on progress, not perfection, and watch your discipline flourish. Embrace the process of learning and growing, even if it feels uncomfortable at times. As you develop a growth mindset, you'll become more adaptable and resilient. This mindset will help you stay disciplined through any challenge or setback. The more you embrace learning, the more you'll grow, and the stronger your self-discipline will become. Understand that self-discipline isn't about perfection. It's about continuous improvement. With a growth mindset, you'll see each effort as part of your personal transformation. Develop a mindset that believes in progress over perfection, and self-discipline will follow. As you build a growth mindset, you'll discover that the sky's the limit for what you can achieve. As we reach the final part of our journey, it's important to understand the long-term impact of self-discipline. Self-discipline isn't just a tool for achieving short-term goals. It's the foundation for lasting success. When you commit to self-discipline, you're building habits that will serve you for a lifetime. The truth is, self-discipline is the secret ingredient behind long-term achievement. It's the difference between short bursts of effort and sustainable success. The more consistent you are with your discipline, the more you build a solid foundation for your future. Long-term success requires a deep commitment to staying disciplined through all seasons of life. Think about the habits you've built over time. Are they helping you reach your ultimate goals? Self-discipline isn't a temporary phase. It's a lifelong commitment to yourself. The more you practice self-discipline, the more it becomes ingrained in who you are. The road to long-term success isn't easy, but it's always worth it. Building success requires you to stay disciplined through the highs and the lows. There will be times when you feel like giving up, but this is where your discipline shines. Discipline isn't just about working hard. It's about working consistently no matter the obstacles. The power of self-discipline is that it empowers you to keep going when others quit. When you stay disciplined, even in tough times, you learn the value of perseverance. Over time, your self-discipline will turn into a powerful tool that drives all your actions. The more you cultivate self-discipline, the more control you have over your life and goals. Your future success is built on the small, disciplined actions you take today. Even when the results aren't immediate, every effort counts toward your long-term vision. The key is to trust the process, knowing that consistent effort leads to big rewards. Self-discipline shapes your identity. Those who are disciplined are seen as reliable, focused, and determined. Over time, people will notice the results of your self-discipline and be inspired by your progress. The journey is just as important as the destination. Self-discipline builds character and resilience. Success isn't about achieving everything at once. It's about steady progress and continual improvement. The beauty of self-discipline is that it's within your control, and no one can take it from you. When you master self-discipline, you take charge of your destiny. Every day you commit to being disciplined, you're one step closer to achieving your dreams. With self-discipline, you stop waiting for the right opportunities and start creating them. You begin to see obstacles as opportunities to strengthen your resolve and learn valuable lessons. Long-term success is about building habits that support your growth and goals over time. It's about making small decisions that lead to big results, year after year. The path to success is never linear, but with self-discipline, you stay on track despite the ups and downs. Self-discipline isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. Don't aim to be perfect. Aim to keep improving and growing, one day at a time. You have the power to shape your future through consistent, disciplined action. And remember, the journey to success starts with a single step, and that step is discipline. Stay focused on your goals, and no matter what, stay disciplined in your efforts. Trust that the work you put in today will pay off in the future. The more you invest in yourself through self-discipline, the greater your future will be. Long-term success isn't a sprint. It's a marathon that requires perseverance and determination. And the most important thing you can do to succeed in this marathon is stay disciplined. Every effort you make today is an investment in your future self. Building self-discipline is not just about success. It's about creating the life you deserve. So keep moving forward, stay disciplined, and remember, you're capable of achieving anything you set your mind to.